Hi, Squishy. I'm trying to set up. Am I still set up? Well, I think I'm ready. I don't know. I'm getting distracted. I don't know if there's like, I think the games that are on sale on Steam are like distracting me. I think they just have interesting things. Bex, Azriel, hello. So I'm like getting distracted, and I just finished talking to my mom. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I have any voice left because I was teaching and then I talked to my mom and now I'm streaming. I'm using my voice way too much. But yeah, I keep spacing out here. Okay, let me wait. Am I ready? Okay, I'm here. I'm here. Hello. The weirdest thing happened today. I think I might have gotten hit on today. And it wasn't weird. That's not, being hit on isn't inherently weird. What is weird is, okay, how do I talk about politics without talking about politics? Okay, I live in a small mountain-ish town, and there are primarily conservative people here. That's like the primary, but it's really a mixture of both conservative and liberal, and it's nice actually, for the most part. I mean, it's nice. Okay, I'm overthinking that part. There's this truck that I've seen around, and it has very extreme stickers, extreme conservative stickers. Like there's like an assault rifle on it, you know, like that kind of things. And like they make a joke about pro assault rifles kind of thing. I don't know how to say this. Like, anyways, it's very extreme. I know the truck. Okay. So I've seen this truck for years. Again, small town, so it's easy to see the same cars over and over again. I have been very, very, okay, no, we're talking about two different trucks now, Bex. I think we're talking about two different trucks. Okay, so there's this other truck that is not the one that Bex is talking about, or well, maybe it is. So anyways, as I've been able to walk my dog. There can't be two of these people. My truck is a black truck. I don't know what truck you got. Anyways, as I've walked been more like able body, I guess. This truck, oh my God, there's two of these people. And so like, it's just extreme. It has like extreme politics on there. That's all I'm going to say. Like, you can imagine what it is. Imagine the most extreme conservative politics. Mine is a white truck. Oh my God. Okay. This is so funny. Okay. Listen up, Bex. This is a perfect story for you because you know where I live. So, and I started walking my dog, and I was like, oh, this black truck, I see it. And I didn't realize they were one of my neighbors. We don't live on the same street, but we live in the same neighborhood. And I pass it all the time because of the fact that I walk my dog. Anyways, I've always, like, I once walked my dog with my brother, and my brother saw this, and he just loves seeing extremism. He just gets a kick out of it. He thinks it's so funny. He has a weird sense of humor. Anyways, so we walked past this truck, and he's like, oh my God, I have to take a picture of this. So like, this can't be real kind of situation. And I get scared because, again, pro militia. So at least according to the stickers, you know. And I was like, oh my God, we're gonna get shot. And I didn't say anything. I was just holding my breath. And he took the picture and we finally walked away. And as we walk away, he's like, man, I was so scared to take that picture, but I just had to do it. Hello, Blueberry. And anyways, that doesn't mean they're gonna shoot you. Squishy, you just don't know. We don't know. We don't know anything. Thank you for joining, Blueberry. This is a weird time to join. So, anyways, like I'm like, so one of the days, you don't understand, Squishy. Some of these people are very trigger happy. Yes. The type of small town we live in, Bex and I, is like how would you describe it? People are angry here and they will take it out and threaten each other over something like parking. Like I've seen people argue over a parking spot and like want to pull and threaten to pull, you know? Anyways. Yeah. So like, and that, like, I'm just not used to that. Anyways. Anyways, this person like smokes outside their house quite often. And one time they were like taking a silly picture and they're like, they made a joke as I passed them and I was walking my dog and they're like, it's a white trash Christmas. And I was like, oh, I started laughing and I'm like, happy white trash Christmas. And we all laughed and I walked away and stuff like that. No big deal. Anyways, this person saw me walk my dog today and they got their dog and put the dog on a leash and they came to the park and introduced themselves to me and introduced their dog and like asked if the dogs could hang out and like try to small talk me and then invited me to like knock on their door anytime to like hang out and like for the dogs to hang out and stuff like that. And it was it was, first off, super nice. It was no big deal or anything like that, but it's just like this full circle moment. And my favorite part of this, because there's two cars at this house, there's a black one and there's a white one. The black one has all the extreme all the extreme stickers, so the dogs can hang out. I know. I was like, just, and they're like, the person was like, yeah, my truck is the white one. That's my place. Like, knock on the door anytime and we'll hang out and the dogs can hang out and stuff like that. The dogs can hang out. That's what he said. Did the live start? Yes, it started. What did you mean? What do you mean the live start? Did it not start on YouTube or something? Oh, YouTube's working. But it was just so like interesting, like, you know, like I just laughed in my head about, it was like, it's the right truck. You know? Like, what if but then all I could think is like, okay, cool, you're cool. But who's the black truck? I wanted to ask so bad because again, I've talked about this before. I'm white passing, but no one in my family is white. Unless they're married into the family. Yeah, Squishy, thanks for confirming. It is there. YouTube is working. It was my birthday yesterday. I wanted to crumble all day. Happy birthday. Why did you want to crumble? Happy orbit around the sun, Azrael. Yes, happy orbit around the sun. But now I have more questions, you know, like, yeah. And I got a message back something. Let me see if I could. But it's always so funny about how wherever you are in politics, in real life, everyone's just really nice to each other. It's just who you choose to believe will have your back politically. That seems to be the difference, you know? But yeah, I I have to say, I was telling my mom, I'm like, but did I get a hit on? You know, I was thinking that. I'm like, did and then I was like, I don't care either way. That was pretty ballsy. That was respect to that guy. Wait, what is it? It's oh man, I wanted to tell Bex something, but I can't remember the word. Oh, I remember. Just that, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Okay, I always hate my birthday, don't know why. You know, I don't celebrate my birthday, Azrael, and I've learned from like my friends who are older than me that a lot of people, as they get older, they just don't celebrate it. So it's okay if you hate your birthday. I mean, I hope you get to the point where you're just like indifferent about it and you don't have to hate it, you know, because hate is such a strong word to feel that. He shot his shot. He did. And I respect it. I was very confused too, though. Because I've been sick for so long that, like, it's not the first time someone's hit on me since I've been super sick. But I never, usually, I used to be better at being like, oh, this person's hitting on me. But now I'm like, huh? What are you doing? It's working. I just thought I came in late. No, I'm pretty sure I've not been streaming that long. It's been like 15 minutes or something. Yeah. Bex, it's an awkward smile for sure. But yeah, how was your... Well, Azrael, besides not liking your birthday, I hope you had a good week. You know, I think that's like what I wish for in my birthday. So maybe I'm projecting, because on my birthday, all I want is to be left alone and to just enjoy my day. Often, like, reading a book makes me happy, or drawing or something like that. Am I late? No, Dizzy, I just got here. No. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I also put just 1 hour that people are asking. Yeah. But also, this is gonna sound so bad. I keep thinking that I might have to go back to, so I'm doing the accounting degree, but I keep thinking that I might have to go back to just teaching, because I was looking at jobs, and like accounting jobs, they're well paid, but for entry level, like if I wanted a job immediately after, there's only like entry level stuff, and it like pays like dramatically less than what I currently get paid. And I don't know if there's any health insurance. And the jobs that pay better, they want like 3 years of experience, but like, how do I get the experience if no one wants to hire me if I don't have accounting experience? Like, I'm a fast learner. Hire me and I promise you I'll do a good job within a couple months. Yeah. It really sucks because this town is super small, so like job market wise, there's few and far between. Like, there's been a couple jobs that have showed up. But yeah, it's been like 2 jobs in the past like 6 months that would be kind of in the entry level area, but you still have quite a bit of responsibility and the pay is good. And you get like good like healthcare coverage and everything. So I was like doing the math and I'm like, oh, do I stick with teaching Do I like get my master's in teaching? Do I stick with the accounting? Like I keep going back and forth because the goal is to just save up money and move out. But I can't move out if I can't save any money, if I'm not getting paid enough, and I need to maximize my profits here. And I will say, when my body is not in pain, I do really love teaching, but the problem is my body's always in pain. So I have a doctor's appointment next Friday. I'm going to go up to Portland, and I'm going to get a medical procedure in the hopes that it'll help with the pain. I won't know for a couple weeks after the procedure if it's been successful. And I think that will help me have better clarity of like if I should stick with teaching or accounting, you know? Because I talked to someone who's doing the accounting degree right now. Thank you, Swishy. I appreciate it. I used to live around there. Oregon is pretty. Oregon is pretty. Yes. I thought about moving to Portland, but well, you know what? I used to live in Portland, and I do really like Portland, but I think I just want something different. I think I want like a big city. So I was talking to a friend, a work friend, and I was like, these are the two places I've considered: New York City or Barcelona. I like the coast. I lived in Newport for a while. Nice. What's your favorite place that you've lived in, Dizzy? The city. And Bex is not a fan of Portland. So New York City or Barcelona, because I could get citizenship in Spain in 2 years, just because of my dad. But they're both expensive for different reasons. Barcelona is kind of an expensive city, but no more than anything that I'm not used to. New York City is super expensive. But when I was talking to my friend, she's like, yeah, but the teachers get paid $90,000. And I was like, but cost of living is higher. She's like, yeah, so you'll still be poor even if you live in a different town. I'm like, yes, I'll be poor in New York City, but I'll have better food and better entertainment. She's like, yes, because we both really want to get out of here. For her, it's a little bit different. She shares her child with someone, an ex, and their ex can't leave where they are right now because of their job. My favorite place has to be up in Astoria. The beaches are amazing there. I'm pretty sure I've been to Astoria. I've been to most places in Oregon, from the middle of Oregon to the west part of Oregon. I've been to most of all of that. And Washington also. No. I just always have to look it up. This bridge. This is a cool bridge. Oh. So I think okay, no, I need to open up the map here. No, okay. Astoria was one of the places that I wanted to go to when I was traveling in my van. But I think that I ended up not being able to go, or like we passed through, but we couldn't stay. But yeah, that is an area that I would like to revisit. You can actually surf on those beaches. I just can't handle the temps. Really? That is cool. I've never surfed before. Definitely on my bucket list. When I was first in college, I had a crush on a friend who used to surf all the time. But he stopped surfing because he broke his shoulder bone one time, and after that he refused to ever get into the water again. And I was like, man, it must have hurt real bad, or it must have been like such a traumatic situation to like never go back to surfing, because most people like get hurt and then they'll go back, you know. It's very fun. I highly recommend the waves. You know what? I never learned how to swim because I'm from the ghetto of Los Angeles, and people in the ghetto don't know how to swim. Actually, my youngest cousin in my generation, big water is scary. Yes, and big water, the way you swim in big water is different than how you learn in like a pool. So even if I did know how to swim in a pool, I probably would still die in the ocean. I think the most trauma I've had in the water was a jellyfish. Oh, I'd take a riptide any day over those evil trash bags of death. That is so funny. I never knew you got stung by a jellyfish, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's never happened to me. I have only really this is kind of funny. For whatever reason, okay, no. So obviously I'm Mexican and Guatemalan. The waters in Mexico and Guatemala, especially where my family is from, are very warm. It's not like super cold because in Southern California the water is still kind of cold. It's still cold. Um, so uh, when I was growing up, we never really went to the beach but whenever we would go to Mexico, we'd always go to the beach. And I think it was just because of the water difference, the water temperature difference. So when I was in Mexico, I would love to run into the ocean because the waves were so big. Because the beach that we went to, it was on an island. So what you would do is you would get into this canoe boat, like a canoe taxi, and they would canoe you into the to the island, and then you could chill out in the island, and there was like indoor areas and outdoor areas, and it was just a beach with indoors, and it was weird. I just remember there being like a door, like this huge door that opened up for the canoes to go through, and then they drop you off. And I don't know if that's real or not, but because of the fact that we were on an island, the waves were bigger, and so I used to run into the water, and then the waves would go over me and then push me back into the sand. That was like my favorite thing to do. And now I know that that is actually really dangerous, and it could actually pull you in and strand you, get you stranded. I was 10 or 11. It was San Diego. Made the innocent mistake of trying to clean the ocean. Never again. Yeah, don't clean the ocean. It doesn't need your help. The ocean straight up has aliens in it, and it's cool. Isn't like we have explored more of space than we've explored the ocean. I think that's what the fact is. Some of these deep sea creatures creep me out. I'd rather go to space than be stuck on a boat in the ocean. Yeah, I don't think when I was a kid, you briefly lived in Monterey, California, and the big thing to do there is go sailing, and so we used to go sailing all the time, and I loved it. I thought it was the funnest thing, and I would just be underneath the deck and I would roll around. Yeah, I used to live in Monterey, which is crazy, but we weren't rich. My mom just had married a rich person at the time, and like a Purple Heart military person, like that kind of. At least we know more about space, or at least we know more about space. I don't know. I feel like we should know about the oceans more. As long as I can see land, I'm okay on a boat. Yeah, so I was gonna say, I don't think I could be on a boat as an adult anymore. Like, one of the things that creep me out, like genuinely creep me out, are those big ships. What are they called? That people like go on vacation and they're just in these ships. Cruises. I don't think I can ever go on a cruise. Yeah, cruise ships. Thanks, guys. Um, I I have seen, so in San Francisco, a lot of the cruises dock there, right? And like I used to work in San Francisco and I'd always be close to the area where they would dock and I'd see them and they're just so giant. And all I could think every time I've seen them is there is no way to possibly get everyone off of this ship if it collides with something. Like I'm like I think I just like watched Titanic way too many times and was like yeah, like I could totally see like big boat for big water. Yeah. Yeah. I just uh I just don't see how everyone could safely get off. It just seems impossible. And also, like every year you have stories of like, oh, this person jumped off, oh, this person fell off and they weren't found again, you know? I think in the past 5-10 years, I've only heard of one person surviving, and it was because it was a child and the dad jumped off when they saw that the kid fell through. And the dad jumped off and saved the kid. And there was immediate action by the cruise ship people to stop the cruise and have someone immediately in a smaller boat go and get them. But yeah, I don't know. They creep me out. That's like one thing. I'm just like, But I do think it would be interesting to see underwater stuff if I wasn't so like scared. I would love to see deep sea underwater. And deep sea is not even that deep because the ocean goes deeper, but they only talk about deep sea because there's still life in that area. Those ships take a long time to stop and it's a very big drop. Yes, that's why, because I would see these ships, like I would be literally, like maybe 50 to 100 feet away from the ship, the cruise ship. And I would just look up and I would have to look up to be able to see the very top. A lot of life we don't even know about down there. Yeah, totally. I think it's so cool. Yeah. The other thing too, and part of the reason why I never learned how to swim, because eventually I did have access to a swimming pool and people tried to teach me. I have had multiple surgeries on my ears, and they're super scarred up. And I can't go underwater, especially when the first 5 years after I had the surgery, I couldn't go underwater and like move. You know how like people go underwater and they like flip around or like they turn around? I couldn't do that. The moment that I would turn around in water, my eardrum would start like, I would have the craziest pain come from my ear and just reverberate into my face and in my head. And so, yeah, that's the other reason why I didn't learn how to swim. How come none of my friends can swim? Because, I just explained why I can't swim. I don't know why your other friends can't swim. Why do you keep collecting friends who don't know how to swim? That's the real question. Are you trying to like target us for something? I had a friend with a similar inner ear issue. She had these fitted earplugs that she wore to swim and was on a swim team. Yes, I did eventually get told that I could do that. But I think by the time that I was told about that, the earplugs, I just lost interest in it, you know? That is the real question. Yeah, I kind of just lost interest. Because I was just that person. I find so many things interesting and then I lose interest just as easily. And like I just find it like And not because I necessarily actually lost interest, but I just found something else that was new and interesting too. So that's probably what happened. That happened with me with riding a bike. I never learned how to ride a bike. And when I was trying to learn how to ride a bike, my aunt was trying to teach me, but my cousin had just gotten rollerblades, and while I was struggling on the bicycle, I could see my cousin struggling on trying to use her rollerblades. And I was like, I can do that. I want that. So I remember I like asked to stop learning how to, that's just ADHD basically. I don't think I have ADHD. If I do, it's very minimum. um, but I got off from learning. I was like, I don't want to learn how to ride a bike anymore for today, blah blah. And then being the bossy person that I was when I was a kid, I was like, give me the rollerblades. I can do it. And I think we had an argument, and she's like, no, you can't. Like, you can't do it better than me, blah blah. And me being the stubborn person that I was was like, yes, I can. And that's how I stopped learning how to ride a bike, because the moment I got on those rollerblades, I figured it out pretty quickly, and I was like, yeah, I want my own pair. And I ended up getting my own pair of rollerblades. And so I just rollerbladed everywhere and never learned how to ride a bike. Because it was just so much more easier. And it was like, I felt like it was just the same as riding a bike. It's not. But in my little brain, my little elementary brain, I was like, yes, same thing. And this is cooler to me. And I still really love rollerblading. I wish I could rollerblade now, but where I live, the streets are so... they're just not... they're not the most ideal. But we do have like this walking path that goes through the entire town, or most of the town, and that is rollerblade friendly. So maybe one day I'll like walk around and stuff like that. I know, rollerblade around. There's some really cool rollerblades out there too. Sometimes I haven't bought in any rollerblades as an adult, but sometimes I'll like go through and check out like the cool rollerblades that they have, and I'm like, oh, I want these, you know. I sing and draw. That's cool. Which reminds me, I'm supposed to be drawing right now. I should not be streaming. I have my drawing lesson tomorrow, and I didn't go because Schmutzy's had his surgery to take the tumors out. So, and he was being a horrible patient. Drawing. Yes, Blueberry says that they sing and draw, which is really cool. They're on YouTube, X. But I haven't been drawing because ever since Schmutzy's diagnosis of cancer, I just been distracted with other things, obviously. But I have my drawing lesson tomorrow, and I'm scared to be like, I haven't drawn, because I've actually been really good about like drawing outside of my lessons, my drawing lessons. But I might not be able to get to it today. We'll see. I will say though, if ever you guys want like a good drawing lesson and you're in a town that doesn't have it, Preply, which is a rep site, not sponsored, not that I make money, except for anyways, Preply has some really great people on there. I like the person that I do lessons with is like the first person where I feel like I don't feel scared to draw. Like, I used to get really anxious that I couldn't draw well enough, and like it would stunt my growth of drawing. But this person's like really great at like coaching you through and making it happen and encouraging you. So now I've been able to draw on my own independently. So to not have drawn for 2 weeks independently, I feel shamed. I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. Well, I don't know why I would call him sir either, because he's not even like... Actually, I don't know how old he is. Why is Beck yelling at me about swimming and bike riding? Is because I started talking about how I don't know how to swim and I don't know how to ride a bike. And she's mad at her friends for just not being able to do those things, I think. I took a lesson to plead from Forsaken and covered plead with lyrics. What do you mean plead? Wait, like, are you like referring to like a musician or like a band or something? Like, because when I think of plead, I like mean like the definition, like I'm pleading to listen. I'm pleading for you to listen to me sing or something like that. I don't know how to swim either, don't worry. I needed to make sure I didn't also amass a group of friends who couldn't ride bikes. Guys, we should start like a sounds like song and band. Like Forsaken, isn't that a band? Forsaken. Yeah. Forsaken is a band. Do I know this band? The song by Key After Key and original lyrics was by Karopilbit. Song by Key. Oh, says a YouTube video YouTube channel came up, says, "Hi, I'm a video game composer that currently composes for Roblox games Forsaken and Fighting. While I don't openly take commissions, I won't shy away." Dear Lord, you're right, but healthy people are so hard to find. That's true. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what's going on? Is it because we don't have universal health care? What is this thing? I saw something that NYC got universal care. I can't say. That the mayor gave that the mayor gave New York City universal health care or something like that. And I was like, what do you mean? Lack of universal healthcare is probably a factor. Oh yeah, totally. Absolutely. So, care. Someone said that and I was like, that can't be right? Universal child care with Mandani. Oh, maybe they meant universal child care. A real step to fulfilling campaign pledge. I think that might be what's going on. Says Mayor Mandani announced push for free childcare for NYC 2-year-olds. That's cool. That's awesome. Childcare is so expensive. I did not know that, but like most of the teachers that I work with have children of their own. I think there's only a handful of us that don't have children. And a lot of them, some of them, they just, like 3 of them in the past year or 2 have had a newborn, and they were talking about the price of childcare. And we are really lucky because in my district that I work for as a teacher, the district provides childcare for a reduced price. And they were talking about how much cheaper it is to go through the district childcare than to go through like regular childcare places. It's like triple the price as compared to what you would pay through our job. And it's a lot more flexible because apparently, like, say having a teacher that's a gamer and a streamer must be cool as heck. I am a kindergarten teacher, so my kids don't know too much about gaming, though I will say I got them to play a video game that also tested them on their math, their understanding of adding and subtracting within 10, and they loved it. I'm really glad that they liked it. It took me a while to set up because I had to set up every single computer, but it was fun seeing them do it. And it was nice to see who actually tried and who just got angry and angrier and weren't actually trying. The kids do like it a lot in my experience, but they go a little insane about it. Yeah. So when I was a substitute teacher, I would always get the kids to talk to me about their video games, and we would talk about video games. And that was the easiest way to get like middle schoolers, like 6th through 8th grade, to like actually listen to me, because that's the toughest grade levels to do, just because hormones are spiking during that time and kids can be extra malicious at that time, more so than in high school. I know like social, I like, feel like movies always portrayed high school as horrible, but like from a teacher perspective, middle school is really hard. But yeah, the kids really love it. They love talking about it, and they love when an adult is interested in the things that they're interested in. And that's what I've learned about teaching is like, you don't need to know everything. You don't need to be a perfect parent, teacher, or whatever, but you do need to show interest in your child or your students, because it goes such a long way, because it makes the kids feel like they're seen. So anyways, if you're ever a teacher for kids, or if you know a kid, definitely find out what games they like. But yeah, with kindergarten, the kids will be like Fortnite. It's all about Fortnite, but it's obvious that the kids have never played Fortnite. Because they'll just say something weird, like, what would they say? Man, I can't remember. Basically, they'll say something where, like, they don't actually play it. Like, they'll just be like, yeah, like, I was just dancing in Fortnite. And I was like, that's not what the game is. And I don't, like, just, wait, really? My kinder's thirds was all Roblox, to the point of saying it's better than Minecraft. Yeah, no, we live in a small town, and in this small town, a lot of people feel that technology is not great for kids. So most of my parents, I think last year I had way more gamer kids, and that was like 2. And one of them had I think he had an Xbox, and he was allowed to play on it. And his best friend was also in my class, and his best friend's parents refused to buy him any kind of video games. So his best friend would go to his class and they would play Fortnite. The littles I was around went through an intense Silk Song phase. Yeah. So my kids, and last year, the big thing was the Minecraft movie. Chicken Jockey, that was huge last year. But this year I have a lot of, this year I have a lot of 2-parent households, and they all are not for technology. Oh, heckin' Chicken Jockey. The kids dancing in Fortnite are already brain rotted, and the Roblox kids need an adult. Yeah, I appreciate that I have a set of kids whose parents aren't for that. But also, I think the kids who probably would have it, they don't have it because they're really poor. And that's something that I've come to realize as a whole. My students last year, I had a lot of really privileged kids, like really, really privileged kids, and they were the ones that knew about video games. This year, a lot of my families are super, super poor. And yeah, I have like 2 kids who are very, very poor, where they don't have like proper clothing and stuff like that. So it makes sense why I have a lot of kids who don't have, they know about video games, but they don't get to like necessarily directly be involved in it. What is this? Kat, what did you send me? Roblox got sued for some issues with kid safety. Games with in-depth chat functions and roleplay elements are bad for kids. Yeah, and I don't know if you know this, but you can use a Google Doc, like a Google Drive, to connect servers, like Roblox servers and Minecraft servers. And so a lot of the kids today, because we use laptops from kinder all the way to high school, the kids use laptops. And the kids, as they get older, find out about these Google Drives that give them free access to Roblox and Minecraft and all these other video games for free. But it's kind of like a bit of a hazard. And we can't block it because we use Google a lot. Twitch Thanks, Kat. I will have to check it out. I feel like, is there instructions on how to put that together? I hate Chromebooks. Yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of it. Kids will always find a way to game. Yeah. And I think it's crazy too, because for kindergarten, for example, they literally need like 1 or 2 websites. You can like really severely block all these other ones, but they don't. And I think that's unfortunate. Nothing has changed since we were kids. Yeah. Yeah, kids will find a way, but I think as an educator, not as a parent, because one, I don't know how that would be, but also I probably wouldn't be as strict. But as an educator, like, I definitely think that the restrictions, sometimes they're like fine, and then some districts are like really strict, you know? Yeah, there's even videos. I got it set up on my end pretty easily. I'll have to, okay. I will just Google it. I'm sure I'll find something. I miss playing Flash games in class. Good times. Happy Wheels, Frizz, cool math games. Yes. The one that I use for the kinder is Blooket. And I spent like, I don't know how long it took me. But basically for kindergarten math, they need to be able to add and subtract within 10. So the answer is never greater than 10. And so I got all of the math equations that the kids should memorize and put them into a Blooket. And then I have the kids play Blooket, because then they could play like a video game. Like today we played a Monster Crawl and the kids loved it. But my kids last year were able to play it at a better, you know what? I don't know. I just realized Blooket like has all these ways to check on the kids too, where you can see how many they got right and how many they got wrong. And it's nice to see like who's getting it and who's not. So I like video games for that. And I want to do that for reading too, because I have some really, really low kids this year, and there are reasons for me to believe that they're going to stay low, is how I will put that. I don't want to say exactly what, because some of it's their personal lives, but also some of the things that are in their personal lives is socially very taboo. Addicting Games was the website for me. Addicting Games. I feel like, oops. Oh. Yeah, this one's probably blocked. I think, yeah. Man, I don't think I ever... Yeah, we didn't have laptops when I was in school. We had desktops. Oh, Kahoot would be good. Yeah, Kahoot and Blooket are kind of the same. Have you played Kahoot with them? That could be a good game for trivia streams too. You know, I never looked into Kahoot for like... I'll have to look into it and check. Yeah, I think Kahoot is like very similar to Blooket. I think they have Jackbox is fun. Yeah. I wonder if certain versions of Jackbox could be good. Maybe. Anyone remember old school Girls Go games? Girls Go games. No, but it's showing up on my feed when I put it in. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never seen this before. What? I want to click on one of these. What did I click on though? Let me... Oh, wait. It's taking... Why is it taking... It's displaying the wrong wrong one. Just a sec. It's... Properties. It's on the... Oh, wait. Just a sec. I'm trying to find the right one. Okay, here we go. I forgot. Okay. This is Girl Go Games. Which one should I do? Okay, this one. Sleepy Beauty. Why does she look so dirty? The old version is beautiful. Current version is evil. The old version is beautiful. Love you. I don't even know if I'm allowed to play this on stream. Oh my god. Okay. It was too loud. It was too loud. All based on TikTok beauty standards. That's what it, like, yeah. It just was very girly. There is a music turn off button. There was. I got overwhelmed by the noise and I had to leave. I just, like, when it just couldn't. It was trauma. Ella looks cursed. It does look cursed. That's why I like instantly exited it out, because I just, yeah. I'm sure I didn't see the music because the music was so loud. I wonder if these games are things that I could put on stream. Ever mess around with useless web? What do you mean by useless web? What, like, is that a website? There is a website called the Useless Web Button. Help support our website. Oh, it's asking for no ads. I'm sorry, I have ad block. Are you talking about this? Should we... Take me to a useless website, please. I watched the Mr. Men show. It came out in 2008 on Cartoon Network. Huh. It's a website that takes you to random useless. Yep. Let's do it. Paint toys for more toys. Click and drag to paint with words. The art of calligrams are tricky, but very beautiful. Oh. What's it saying, though? There was a table set out under something in front of the house, and March Hare and the Hater were having tea. Hatter. Tea at Dormouse. Oh, is this Alice in Wonderland? This is cool. Okay, this isn't useless. This is fun. I used to play with this in class all the time. Last year, my kindergartners were very curious and smart. And I would, even though they were in kindergarten, they had figured out how to get to dumb stuff like this. Like, one of my students had figured out how to use the camera and was taking pictures of themselves. And they also figured out where to get the paint app up. And they were like, taking pictures of themselves and then painting. And I was like, and I had to explain, like, no, you can't do this. It's like actually a hazard for you to be doing this because, and like, I didn't go into like the details of like how internet works and like how Wi-Fi works and how all that stuff, you know. But I did get them to be scared enough to stop. This one's cool. Okay, let's try another one. You've been honoring the pug for 5 seconds. Oh my gosh, that's why I don't stream in the nighttime. But I don't think I'll be able to stream on Sundays, so that's why I'm here. You are a master honorer of pug. Oh, if I move my cursor, the puppy moves too. There's a bouncing kittens one. That's my favorite. Let's get daily puzzle. Daily 8 puzzles, January 9th, 2026. Get ready to tackle the 8 puzzle slide tiles to put the number in order. Oh, okay. My cousin used to do these all the time. And I used to think that she was so cool for doing it. For doing these puzzles. Because I just never, at that time, I was not able to do puzzles. So I thought she was really cool. Okay, 6, 3. There's no, multi-dimensional pug. Yes, that was a cool one. Okay, I need to. Can I? No, that would still be backwards. I haven't done one of these in a while. I don't think I'd be very good at solving this. Oh, but then this is gonna... Well, I'm close. I just need to move the 4 over. I have so many moves. When's the last time I've done a puzzle like this? I really like puzzle games. I'll play them off stream. Okay. Can I rotate them? But to rotate, I need to move all these. And then that starts messing up the thing. I don't know if I want to solve this too. Because I was only supposed to stream for an hour. I'm pretty sure I'm over an hour by now. Hour and 4 minutes. Okay, so I am over an hour. Not by much, though. I'm trying... Wait. No. Oh, no, I rotated wrong. I rotated some things. Yeah. Man, I was closer. My brain's going to mush now. Okay, no. I had a plan and then my brain went to mush. A maze? How do I do the maze? Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, no. I need to get to the tomato? That's what it is. Okay, I love this website. Okay. I think I've mentally mapped out where I need to go. Mush brain. Yeah. I often feel like I should never be streaming in the afternoons. But I also think that I need to have like a whole day where I don't have to work and I'm not streaming. In order to like get to other stuff in life. So that's why I decided to stream today. And I'm glad I did. I always enjoy streaming. It's fun because also I would have never known about this website. I mean, it makes sense. I feel like I've been on a website like this before. Bigger Daily. I want the... Always fudge a book by its cover. How to talk to your cat about guns. This cannot be this can't be real, right? Okay, wait. I don't know if I've signed into my Amazon real quick, so I'm just gonna... Okay. Oh my gosh. This is a real thing that you can buy. It's 144... What? Says, for over 4 decades, the American Association of Patriots have stood at the vanguard of our country's defense by helping to prepare our nation's cat owners for the difficult conversations they dread having with their pets. Within a simple Q&A format, how to talk to your cat about gun safety answers crucial questions such as, what is the right age to talk to my cat about the proper use of firearms? This is great. I want this book. Wow, it's okay, good to know. Outwitting Squirrels 101. Cunning stratagems to reduce dramatically the egregious misappropriations of seed from your bird feeder by squirrels. That's great. Always judge a book by its cover. I have to like keep that on open. I feel obligated to buy it. Thatcher effect. Optical toys. Mysterious brain twister. The faces are wrong, but they seem so right while upside down. Oh, do they flip the eyes open? I think they flip her eyes upside down. Click anywhere to see the faces rotate. Try not to scream. Okay. You have been forewarned. Try not to scream. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. Yes, but this one makes sense because I know that her eyeliner was always at the top. Squirrels are a crafty foe. They are. Okay, Marilyn Monroe's with her eyes upside down. Oh my gosh. This is a lot about the things that we talk about when we're drawing and art. Oh. Is this a mugshot? Oh. It wasn't like that before, was it? Oh, but it was, wasn't it? Wait. Okay, this is Britney Spears, right? Oh. It doesn't stop. I don't know who this is. Oh. Okay, this has to be the last one. Oh. Okay, no more, no more. I could keep doing this forever. And I did say 1 hour. And I meant to play the video, like the Arkham Knight, and I just didn't get to it. I don't know what this is. This next website is just dots. They're just circles with dots in them. I just love how much entertainment can come from a website with a single button. It's great. I love it. Thank you. I might just like bookmark it for days where I'm like bored, but like not sure what to do. I am. I just bookmarked it. Thank you for that. I love it. Well, I didn't play any video games today, which is fine. I don't mind talking. Bye, Blueberry. But yeah, thanks for being here, guys. I don't even remember what anything that I talked about. It was just all over a place, and that's fine. I'm glad I did this. I do feel like my throat is dying. I feel like I need to have like tea with honey, which reminds me, my student got me like a whole tea set and like honey sticks, which when I looked at the ingredients of these so-called honey sticks, because they're shaped in hearts, it's like mostly sugar with a tiny bit of honey. Or it might have not even been honey. It was like honey flavoring. So maybe I'll use that. Maybe not the honey thingy, but I think I will get some tea. I haven't had tea in a long time. Usually I drink tea every day, but I haven't. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for that website. That was a lot of fun. This was a good Zatsu stream with the silly site in the background. It was nice. And then that the site that Bex suggested, that completely scared me because it was super loud. I was like, nope, exit out. It was great. But yeah, I will most likely stream tomorrow. I don't know when I'll stream. I'm hoping to do it in the morning, but we'll see. See you soon. I'm excited for more Arkham Knight. Me too. I will definitely play tomorrow because it'll probably be the only time that I can play because as always, I'm behind on university stuff because of work. So I am going to spend Sunday catching up to make sure that I hit my weekly goal. Because every week I meet with my advisor and we make a goal, an academic goal to meet for me to meet that week. And I've been trying to always meet it and I've been pretty good about it. So my goal is to do that again, even though I'm now considering doing teaching again just because it pays better. Either way, like even if my goal is, I still don't believe that I should be teaching for the rest of my life. I don't think it is practical. I don't think it's good for my mental health in the long run. It's a lot of fun. It's super challenging, but it is very emotionally draining, especially when you live in when you work in a low income area. There's just so many sad things that happen, like restraining orders. I won't say personal like experiences that my students have had, but I'll say like parents have to tell me, hey, by the way, we've had to put a restraining order on the other parent. And this has happened now twice in just this school year. So that part's really emotionally draining. So I think, okay, I'm just going to say goodbye. Now I'm just like talking about something that I know that I don't have the right answer for. I just know because I've talked about this with someone else that I work with who also would like to get out of teaching, but the job market here is just not good and teaching pays better than most jobs that we can do. So that's the big issue. But yeah, that's why I don't want to talk about it anymore because I was like, no, I've talked about this earlier and we are both in this limbo place and there's no right or wrong answer. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm so sorry that I didn't get to play any Arkham Knight, but I do feel that like we had great conversation and talking about other stuff. At least that's how I feel. And maybe since you've been here this entire time, it wasn't that bad for you either. Thank you guys. I will be here sometime tomorrow. Bye, guys.